What's happening this week on the LEGO Star Wars Hoth MOC? First, we're back at Echo Base putting down more decor. Next, we're going to be laying some tracks with snow. And finally, we're laying more groundwork and hoses so we can place our brand new troop transport. So let's get building. Hello and welcome to Lobricks. Before we get to the building, let's get some business out of the way. If you like this video, please please subscribe. You can hit the subscribe button. I keep saying it's up top, it's actually down below. But hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit notifications because each and every Wednesday we are right here building our Star Wars LEGO Hoth MOC. And don't forget, you can become a member. We got some Tatooine videos that hardly anyone has seen. 1 or 2 members have seen. Think about becoming a member. With that, let's get to building. So first things first, here are the decorations we're going to add to the Hoth MOC. I'm not using the other word that I normally use for decorations, the G word, because, well, we won't get into that. But first of all, we're going to be laying these 2 computer units. This, I'm going to call it like a fuel pump, and then this heater. So let's get this on the base. All right, so just like the first one, we're going to be adding these 2 kind of computer units right here, evenly spaced, at the entrance to the hallways of Echo Base. And we're going to be building out this hallway in a future episode as this leads into the command center and around the corner to the Wampa room. Gross. And then next, let's take a look at the scene from Empire Strikes Back where this fuel pump goes. And I think we're going to have to move a few things around here, starting with our Treadwell droid. And we might have to move this droid, who I completely butchered his name last week. I actually called him A3. Target Legend, who is our LEGO researcher for Lobricks, corrected me. This is R2A3. So Assistant was right all along. Come on, Leaky, get it together. All right, so in the scene, the Treadwell droid is more over here. And let's take a quick look with the scene highlighted. And then this little pumping station piece is right about here. And A3 is actually back around here, actually working on a X-Wing fighter. I don't know if we're gonna have room for the X-Wing fighter, so for now I am gonna leave A3 where he is. And besides, this is going to be the pathway for our troop transport that we are going to lay down today. All right, and the last piece that I want to put down here is a heater unit, and it's pretty much just going to be mounted into the ground right behind the Millennium Falcon here. And it's pretty much to heat up like this area. And we are going to put a few more of these in the future, but for now, we're just going to put this one here by the Treadwell droid. And now we have to lay some hoses and groundwork, but we have to leave enough so we're building a path for the troop transport. So let's do that, and we're actually going to also put some panels down here so it looks like this is the more trod upon part of Echo Base. So let's cut over to hyperlapse mode and get to work. All right, and there's a few more pieces of Greeble. Oh, dang it. Greeble. I said it. Anyways, there's a few more pieces of decoration that I want to put on here. There's some boxes kind of in the distance. And there's one in blue, one in white, just kind of sitting here. And I'm going to add those. And then right here is another little, I think it's like a ground fuel tank. And it's sitting right about there. A little farther out from the Millennium Falcon. And let's take one more look at the scene. Pretty close, not bad. And there's a couple more pieces that I want to add here, similar to the landing strip in Echo Base. So just like the main runway of Echo Base, where these little lights, I'm gonna call them landing lights or framing lights are, and put them here. Here and here. It's almost like they're offset with these ground lights over here. Ooh, sorry, speeder. Okay, I think I am ready for the plates, the white plates, which are going to be fairly small, and I'm going to rough up the terrain a little bit where people are walking, the well-treaded areas. So let's take care of that in good old hyperlapse mode. Alright, so there it is. Let's take a closer look. This is really what I had in mind for the well-trodden upon areas of the Echo Base MOC. I'm going to want to do the same along here and up along where these plates are. One commenter pointed out how these are really supposed to be at the same level, and he is correct. And we are building the well-trodden upon areas just like we did there, but there are some areas where we want it just flat. And once again, we're going to go back to the scene in Empire Strikes Back where we see the Echo Base troop carrier moving along the outside where it's more smooth. Alright, so here is our troop transport that we are going to be placing on the MOC today. And for those of you who don't remember or haven't seen it, a few Fridays ago we showed how we built this. We actually got it off of Rebrickable from Papa Glop, and you can find it by searching on Hoth, and it's the Echo Base Troop Carrier. So this we are going to put right here, and actually it already came with some minifigures in it, the driver and the two passengers. And there's some cool detail on the inside of this guy, which you can go back and check out that Friday video to see how that's made. And here is the kind of unofficial path of the troop carrier. Whoa. Jeez, nice driving, buddy. You just wiped out half the base. But anyways, there is the troop carrier. So, like I said, we are going to be doing a lot more of the well-trodden upon areas, putting it down mostly behind the runway here. The main hangar area also has some trodden upon, some snow, and where they treaded a little bit. We're going to do less there because we want it to be a little more smooth. But anyways, I am going to now bring Assistant in, see what he thinks of this. Hopefully I won't have to tear it all apart. And then we do have to put a minifigure on the board. These guys don't count. So that is pretty much going to do it for the build portion of today's video. And let's bring an assistant in so he can see how this looks and get a minifigure on the board.
Alright guys, so Leaky did a good job this week. Take a look at what has been constructed here. It is glorious. Absolute beauty here, and our thinking is that this is going to be stomped upon territory, right? Boom, 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 boom. So it's all messed up and roughed up because it is snow. When you go walking through snow, eventually it will melt, but it is Hoth. It's quite snowing all the time, so you got a lot of that tread action through here. And this is a part of the base from the movie, so you can see it in the scene. So we are going to actually add in some figures that were in the scene to stomp around on this ground to make it more realistic. So anyway, let's add those figures. Alright, first up we have this guy who is just your flight trooper or flight rebel pilot here. Your average civilian trying to fight, get the war on, and he is just going to be walking sort of along here. And then in the actual movie, he does trip over one of these wires, so that is kind of funny. So we're just going to have him kind of walking along. I don't know, was he walking towards his ship?
I think he was walking away, and he actually tripped over this little fuel thing here.
I see. So we're gonna put him on course to trip over the fuel thing, because the actor did that almost 50 years ago now. So he is going to be immortalized in LEGO forever.
He actually was going this direction.
Ah. You know, Leaky is always about movie accuracy. That is why our Tatooine MOC, if you look at Mos Eisley, has some great movie accuracy. Our square, I was looking at the other day, watched the movie, I was like, wow. So, anyway, that is the first figure, a Hoth or Rebel Trooper walking to his ship to battle the evil AT-ATs. But anyway, we are going to actually add a second figure today, which of course is just going to be another Rebel Trooper, but a slightly different one. This is going to be a repair woman here, and she's going to be working on whatever this doohickey is. I'm sure.
I think it's a pump or a fuel pump or something.
Yeah, I'm sure George Lucas just found it like laying around somewhere. Maybe it was like a camera rack and he put some stuff on it, and then he wrote in what it was later. That's probably what happened, but it ended up working out, and it's right here. It is from the movie, so you can see it, and there are 3 or 4 people working around it. We will eventually add more in, but for now, we just have this girl here, and she's working on it with the trusty wrench. So that is pretty cool, and I do think it adds a lot to these scenes when you just have a tiny little piece of Greeble from the movie.
Oh, assistant, you just said the G word. Greeble.
Oh, jeez.
Freaking editor is gonna put in that stupid monster.
But anyway, you know how it rolls around here. We do like adding in tiny little pieces of detail, just so when you look at the whole scene, there's a lot of things for your eyes to catch, and we really want to hone in on those small details with this MOC. So that is why we are going through picking apart the movie scenes and adding in things like this, and there are 3 guys working around it, and then the guy walking and tripping over things. We've got to make things as accurate as possible to create a cool MOC. But anyway, guys, that is actually going to do it for this episode. I hope you did enjoy. We added in quite a bit of stuff here, and we are going to continue to work on Echo Base, as it is the main part of Hoth. I mean, I guess there are the AT-ATs approaching, and a couple scenes we have to work on out here, but the majority of Hoth is Echo Base, and that's why we are grinding out over here. But that is actually going to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and there are much more to come, so stay tuned, get subscribed, become a member, don't miss out. I, on the other hand, will see you in the next one.
So pretty cool update today. We're starting to show you how we're gonna do the final construction of Echo Base. We gotta get a lot of the groundwork done inside of Echo Base as we build the mountain over the top, because we're not gonna have as much access. So make sure you come back each week to see our progress. We got some more cool stuff coming up. And don't forget, it's each and every Wednesday right here, same time, same channel. On Fridays, we have our fun videos. On Monday, we have our unboxings. You can join our Discord server, shoot us an email. We also have an Instagram you can check out. So with that, I am Leaky Trooper. We will see you guys in the next one. I am out of here, and bye.